Right, without further ado, get him out. Let me see it. Oh my god, unbelievable. Yeah, this is real. This isn't clickbait. It's PewDiePie's actual diamond play button. Let me show you this. We're on eBay. PewDiePie's YouTube plaque, 100% real. Postage, 70 pence. Not bad. Item location, Brighton, United Kingdom. And then there's just a collection of horrifically taken photos. He could have given it a wipe. Look at the state of it. And why does he have 3 different duvet covers? What's that about? Obviously, I'm sure you've got a lot of questions as to what's going on. But the title is true. A few months ago, PewDiePie got rid of his play button, along with quite a few other things, because he didn't want to be as materialistic anymore. But a bin man from Brighton found this play button in a bin and then sold it on eBay. I'm not making this up. Sold for £415. So obviously, we need to reach out to the guy that purchased this. Now, before we speak to him, I discussed this in the video, but I want to make it very clear that Elliot has reached out to PewDiePie and got confirmation that he is not bothered that he now has it and he doesn't want it returned to him. Alright, enjoy the interview. Hello.
Hello.
You alright?
How's it going?
Not too bad, thank you. How are you doing?
I'm alright. I didn't have my camera on there for a minute. I thought that was it.
Hey, don't worry about it. Right, without further ado, get him out. Let me see it. Oh my god. Unbelievable.
You realise now the fingerprints will be on this for the rest of the video.
Yeah, that is the issue with them. I've heard people complain about that in the past, is that it just instantly gets mucky. Have I ruined it for you? Have I ruined your nice shot?
That took me about 20 minutes.
Oh, I'm sorry about that.
No matter how clean your hands are, or even if your hands aren't even remotely sweaty, just fingerprint is there for it. You have to then vigorously rub it with a microfiber cloth until it goes.
So basically, I just wanted you to start from the beginning and explain how this came into your possession, please, Elliot.
So, I buy a lot of stuff on eBay. The nature of what I do involves me spending a lot of time on eBay to try and find faulty bargains to repair. So I was on eBay looking for a YouTube notebook. I've got a little notebook that I write all my notes in and my scripts and stuff. And I just typed in YouTube, clicked newly listed, and I kid you not, it was like 2 listings down.
Had it been on there a while, or did you just happen to find it when it was first put up?
Literally on there for like, I don't even think it was on there for a day. I think it was like a matter of minutes. It was like the 3rd listing down.
So did you bid for it, or was it a buy it now?
So it actually had 3 bids on it.
Oh, right.
And it was at £38.
Right, okay.
But then in the description, he was like, the seller said, feel free to send me an offer. So I was like, all right. So I just sent him an offer of £400. This sort of thing doesn't really have a value. Plus, you can't look at like the recently sold listings, because it's not like there's many that's ever been sold. I don't think any have ever been sold. I paid what I was willing to pay for it, and he just said, yeah, he took the money.
Is there like a description of how he got it originally, the guy? Or did you have to find out that from him?
I sent him a message and said, you know, how did you get a hold of this item? I made a little video about it, and there was a few people in that in the comments who said like, that's definitely fake. It's obviously fake. This sort of thing is not really very easy to fake. You'd have to go through a lot of effort. Obviously, I was skeptical, so I sent him a message and said, look, please explain. And you can see on eBay the seller's location, and it said Brighton, which is where Felix abides. I was like, okay, that's a good sign. And then he said he was a bin man, and it was in the bin, and then he just took it home, and that also is a good sign, because Felix made a video recently that was talking about how he got robbed in Japan, and when he came back to the UK, he wanted to sell a load of his stuff so that he was less materialistic and there was less stuff for people to steal. And he said he threw out his awards, which is what this was. So all the stories lined up, and it was within like a few days after Felix's video, so it all seemed to check out from my limited detective work.
I can't believe that that Felix just whacked it in his wheelie bin. You feel like he'd have gotten rid of it in some kind of fancier way, you know what I mean?
I mean, I don't know. We ain't gonna know what that mindset is like. I don't think the first port of call for me, if I was to bin such a important award, would be to just throw it in a bin. I feel like if you really wanted no one to have it, you'd maybe take it to get disposed of by some sort of professional, but oh well.
I wonder if that's against their conduct to take things from bins and resell them.
Let's not get into this. From the research that I did, first of all, he's a bin man. This thing weighs 5 kilograms, right? It's a heavy item. I can just about lift it. To find an item like that, I don't know how he was going about doing it. I believe he said it was some sort of a private company, so I don't think it's your average, you know, dustbin lorry comes past and picks up the green wheelie bin. I think it was a manual job, and he picked out the black bag, and it obviously weighed a ridiculous amount. As far as the legalities are concerned, I believe as long as there was no sort of breaking and entry.
Yeah, because it's not stealing, is it? Because he didn't want it anymore.
I don't know, mate.
So, yeah.
I couldn't tell you. I couldn't tell you. But what I can say is that the first thing I did when I got it, when it arrived, was I messaged two very close people to Felix, and I got confirmation back that he didn't care, and I gave them every opportunity, first and foremost, if he wanted it back. So my first port of call was to make sure that it was okay for me to own it.
Yeah, that was great to do.
I didn't commit any offence, I just bought an item on eBay, and then I contacted the original owner of said item to negate any sort of potential liability for me owning a contraband thing. He said he didn't care, which is in line with why he threw it in the bin in the first place.
Yeah, it was really, really good and kind of nice of you to just confirm that with him, even though you kind of knew already from his video. So you've got your own play button, haven't you?
I do, yeah.
A lovely silver play button.
Thank you. Yeah, it is. It's a bit shit by comparison.
Don't say that. I've got like that's all I've got.
Nah, you've got a little bronze one. That's pretty desirable.
I've got 4 silver ones and 3 gold ones.
Mine arrived all like scuffed up, and then it had a little card saying this has been inspected by Rick. Pretty certain Rick has inspected all of them.
All of mine say inspected by Rick as well. Rick's a busy fella, isn't he?
Rick's working around the clock, mate. And it was like all scuffed up, and it said like, if there's any issues, give Rick a call. It didn't say that, but it had like an email address on the back, and I emailed them, and I said, look, mine's arrived all scuffed up. Do you reckon I can, what can we do? And they said, send us some photos, so I did. And they said, we wouldn't render this sufficient damage for a replacement. I was like, well, I'll be the judge of that. I've worked hard for this.
Is it like just tiny little dents on them?
It's almost like a grazed knee. It's only like a surface scuff. Right, it's not any sort of structural thing. It's just an aesthetic. But I
think the silver ones, if you were to buy a replacement, I think they're like £200.
What? That is not worth 200 quid.
They come from America as well, so the shipping's like £70.
That's expensive. That's a lot more than I thought it was worth.
I don't know what you'd get in scrap for them.
What would the diamond cost? What would the retail cost of a diamond be?
I know, yeah. Do you have any insight in the materials in the diamond one?
It's a solid slab of aluminium. The little diamond, per se, is glass. And then it's just been chromed, which is like a chemical process. And then it's been laser etched on the back. The funny thing about this is, obviously Felix has not kept this in the best of conditions. I mean, how long has he had this thing for? I don't know. Maybe it's a few years old, definitely.
I think 2013 he hit 10 million subscribers.
Bloody hell, you know your stuff. I think it's been like lacquered or clear coated or something, because it's got like this really weird like finish on the surface of it now, where I think it's just been worn down. It looks a little bit crusty on the back, not gonna lie. And then it's also very scuffed, like there's some serious scuffs on it where the chrome's even worn through to the metal underneath, and also the glass diamond on the front. It looks like it's sort of been scraped across the road or something.
I know he gave his gold play button to a random guy on the street. I think he sold it at some point to a random guy for like a hot dog or something.
Port of call, I'll go down if I get a gold one. Give it to a guy for a hot dog.
What's just crazy is the fact that it ended up in your hands, and you're a YouTuber that sort of does this full time as well. Just so unlikely when anybody could have purchased it.
I mean, Felix has got 100 and whatever it is million subscribers. One of them is probably like the most die-hard fan who has pictures on his wall, and that would be the person you'd presume would own an item like this. But I'm just a random dude in a small little island who has this on display. It's pretty mad.
It's really nice that you were able to get it, because other people that aren't YouTubers already wouldn't have had the connections to kind of reach out to Felix and just confirm that he's okay with you having it.
Well, one of them was a friend of a friend. The other one was just blindly messaging on Twitter, and I got lucky. I mean, I don't want to be like self-righteous, but I just feel like the first port of call would be to contact the original owner.
Yeah,
but he threw it in
definitely.
the bin, so he obviously didn't care about it, and that sort of coincides with the reason I have it now, I suppose.
Well, congratulations on your amazing purchase. Go on, get it back in front of me camera again.
Mate, it weighs a ton. Honestly, it breaks my scales. Like
really?
The scales go all the way around and then some. So it's yeah, it's pretty ridiculous. It's quite weird. Like, I'm not gonna lie, to see that on the back of it is
that is so bizarre. That's odd. All right, thank you so much for chatting. I appreciate it.
Cheers, Jack.
And I'll see you later.
Bye.
massive thank you there to Elliot for doing this interview. Really appreciate it. So as I said in the video, Elliot does have a YouTube channel. He's got 236,000 subscribers. And he basically does videos related to Game Boys. He repairs them, he improves them, that kind of thing. And his videos are beautifully put together as well. Quite embarrassing, really, that this guy with 1/5 as many subs as me has infinitely better quality, and all I've got is this bloody webcam. But yeah, I really appreciate Elliot doing this interview with me. So his channel's linked in the description if you're interested in that kind of thing. Can you imagine if we'd stumbled upon that eBay listing? Just think what it would have done to our collection. We've got the silver play button, we've got the gold play button, the 10 million subscriber diamond play button is the missing piece of our puzzle. And because we didn't buy Pewdiepie's on eBay, now I have to earn it myself by getting another 9 million subscribers. By the way, if you've got to this point in the video, you'd probably enjoy my other videos, so please do subscribe. And you never know, maybe we will get a 10 million subscriber play button one day. There's another very bizarre eBay listing. It's from a different seller, but Elliot found this and sent it to me. So first of all, it's on the market for 144,000, but it is the incredibly rare Diamond Creator Award YouTube Briefcase Play button. So I don't know if this also belonged to PewDiePie, and another fella's pulled it out his wheelie bin, but it's the red briefcase that the 100 million subscriber awards come in. Look, they've got pictures of it, and you know, that's where the play button goes. But I don't know why they think they're going to be able to get 140 grand for it. Look, I would bid on this if it was like, you know, £600 or something. Not sure about 140,000. Oh, goodness. Guys, gonna have to blur that. There's also several naked women in the similar items. I just want to point out this isn't based off my search history. These are similar sponsored items. Actually, thinking about it, there's only 2 channels with 100 million subs. T-Series and PewDiePie, and this seller's based in London. So I'm assuming this did belong to PewDiePie, and someone's just stumbled upon it at like a tip or something. This whole thing's so weird. I don't know. Have you got any theories? Let me know in the comments down below. But that's the extent of things. Someone bought PewDiePie's 10 million subscriber diamond play button off eBay for £415. Insane. Elliot, thank you for chatting to me about this. Once again, his channel, The Retro Future, is linked in the description. We'll link his second channel as well because he did a video on the play button there, so you can see some more info on it. Once again, please subscribe because I don't think there's going to be any more diamond play buttons on eBay. So if I want one, I'm going to have to get 10 million subscribers, and we are a long way away. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more play button videos. I've got another one out this week, actually. And yeah, I'll see you later. Bye-bye.